Doing this, huh? The product's in the back of the truck and ready to move. Get it to the buyer, and you're done.
Alright, niggas selling weed. That's how we out here doing. Alright, we out here, nigga. I got you, nigga. How they gonna know what we doing? How they know we selling weed though? Oh man. There's only a couple niggas in here. They probably ain't gonna want it. No, you know what I mean? You're jump in here, GC. How I kill these niggas? How I put my gun out? Alright. Niggas dead. Stop playing with us out here. Killing niggas, yo. Niggas don't have to fuck with us. We out here trying to mind our business. Don't fuck with us, yo. We'll get killed out in these streets. It's real out here, nigga. Hold on. Killed another nigga. These niggas gonna learn today. Is those real niggas or the computers that's fucking with us? Are we almost there? And this shit on the other side of town for real. Oh, you killed them niggas. This is where niggas drop the weed off at? I got 45,000 for that. Or 33. I get that much money robbing stores though, my nigga. You ain't really, you know what I'm saying?
And we have a sale. Digital
You know what I'm
assets.
saying? I get that much money robbing stores, my nigga.
That's it for
Like,
now, JT.
we could have just went and robbed a store. What you mean? You know, I just came home though, son. Like real life. Just trying to get on my feet. Why you trying, you know what I mean? Trying to make a movie on me? You trying to make a movie on me? I'm just trying to come up. I ain't asking for no handouts, you know what I'm saying? I get it how I live. You know, I was born and raised in Los Santos. Come on, man. We ain't even got, where your car? We ain't even got no car. Niggas gotta walk. This shit is weird, son. Let's go jack a car. I got you. Come on. What? Casino? What you talking about? You gonna go rob that motherfucker? That's gonna, that's $1 million mission right there, right? Trying to get my, that's what I'm talking about. Let's go rob this casino, my nigga. Stop playing. You know what I mean? Look, nigga, got my gun right here, nigga. I'm ready to go. You feel me? Like, say the word, my nigga. We go kill these niggas, man. Damn, you run mad fast. There's a car right here parked. We can get in this shit. You driving it? What you mean? Who's driving the car? I see you out here doing your thing, though. I ain't mad at you. You know what I'm saying? You got a limo driver. License plate say Diamond 1. Alright. Okay. This one of yours? Oh, so can we rob the casinos? Nah, I got my gun, my nigga. What you mean? This nigga waiting at red lights and shit. What's up with bro? We gotta prep to rob the casino. Nigga, my whole life was prep. What you talking about, yo? Think you going a little soft. You riding the back in limos and shit. You forgot what type of time niggas is on. Only prep I need is going there and, you know what I'm saying? Proceed. Nigga, I don't need prep. I need procedure. Ask the niggas what's the procedure. Nigga said that's the problem. No. Ask the niggas what's the procedure when the gun to their head, nigga. Get that shit up. Nigga, I'm trying to get all the bags. I need all the chips, the money, everything. And I'm gonna come back the next day and turn the chips in, you know what I mean? Oh, this shit look like this, like it's a whole lot. The next day? Niggas can gamble in here? Niggas take my money, I'm robbing this shit. I'm sticking it up. Casino. I want to go to the casino. I don't want to go to no fucking penthouse, nigga. Niggas got money in the penthouse? I'm in the casino.
This Karen? I was close to gate. I was like, all right. You want to throw stuff at me? Go ahead. Everyone start throwing stuff.
Huh? Oh, my bad, cuz I'm in here. Yeah, let me get that. How?
Travel in style when leaving the casino. With VIP status, your helicopter can take you from the roof to any destination of your choice.
They keep going too close to do it. Hold on, I got. Okay. Okay. Little another 40.
The Diamond Casino and Resort presents a brand new car available to win today, simply with a spin of a wheel.
Alright.
Thanks for coming by.
A new luxury car is available to win. Stop by and have a try at the Lucky Wheel.
One more month and I'm gone. That's it.
Hey, can I close out my check, please?
I like that shirt. That's fire. And I'm buying this shirt. I don't got enough money to buy that shit, son. Oh, fuck it. I can't even buy a shirt, nigga. Alright. How do I put my phone out?
Only in Los Santos.
I wanted to get something for Bob for lunch and the animals, but no siree. Oh, I'll just make her some of that soup she likes.
Alright, I got the job. I'll take the job.
Yeah. Besides, Barb would never thank you for any of this fancy doing.
Where I gamble at?
Yeah, baby, living a dream. Free last.
I need more chips to get the shirt I want. Who this nigga? What you looking at, bitch? I'll fuck you up. Stop looking at me right now. You lucky I can't swing, nigga. I'll snuff the shit out you right now. Play with me, boy. Bitch ass nigga. Rooftop or the garage? Where we going? They won't let me. Security guard keep looking. I'm ready to fuck his bitch ass up, son. What's up with your man, yo?
I mean, come on, what do you got?
Need to
Spider-Man
hire some
crashed
new
this
niggas around
costume
here.
party, but you won't believe who was under the mask. The entire party was suspicious of who it was, but they didn't know for sure, and the guy in the costume told them he was actually Miles Morales. Some of them believed him right away and accepted he was actually a guy named Miles, but others said there was no shot, so they told him to take the mask off and prove it. The partygoers had an idea of who it was, but they said there was just no way their favorite person was actually
There you go.
inside the Spider-Man suit. The person was either a complete stranger or someone they knew very, very well. But they were so nervous to see who was under the mask. If he was who they thought he was, he pulled off the
Invite some
surprise
bitches
of a
over. Let's
lifetime.
turn
But
up,
if it
nigga. I'm out
wasn't, they
here.
were
Let's
going to
go.
be so let down. Spider-Man teased them and held on to the sides of the mask. He wouldn't take it off right away because he wanted them
So we
to
do the
wait
business
even
set.
longer to find out. But when he did, they all went berserk. The man was
Niggas doing
actually
business
their
out
cousin,
here.
and he flew all the way from California to Chicago.
Yeah, we lit. We out here. We got niggas got a penthouse and all that. We lit now, nigga. Niggas came up, nigga. It's different. Life is different now. I see since I've been locked up, nigga, you been doing your thing, cuz. You know what I mean? Happy to see niggas ain't, you know what I mean? That's why I never said nothing, because I knew, as long as I ain't say nothing, it was we can watch a little, what you want to watch? Just watch it. Put that, put Scarface on. How you doing? Don't say no. My shit just keep going up. Alright, I'm chilling at my nigga crib. They got the pounds. We ever here, nigga. What we trying to do? What we trying to do? You know what I mean? Yeah, you watching TV now. Haha, this is my shit. Are you? Oh, are you? Yeah, oh, you know about this, but. It's my shit. You still be watching this shit though, cuz? That's crazy, son.
Wait, what do you mean? Just taking the piss, Marty. Don't mean
What the fuck is this going on here, son?
Who is that piece of crumpet?
Who's that crumpet?
After you, mate. Hey,
Yo, my reputation is going up just from watching this movie with you.
man's got his gassers up again.
Oh, it's just,
Ballet.
What? I don't like ballet.
yeah, it says CEO proximity bonus.
Bloody hell. I'll never be one of the lads. I like ale and birds as much as the next robot, but I just don't fit in anywhere. At least the boss still
What's
likes
going
me.
on? What's up?
Martin.
Oh man, I haven't seen the best part yet. Wait.
I'm really just a servile little wretch.
Yeah, I can't believe you got these shits, cuz you came up for real light though, real light, cuz. I remember when niggas be on Grove, cuz. It used to be different though, like now niggas is up, you know what I mean? Like that's what niggas don't get, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta stay down till you come up, like real light though. And they got the video game right here for real light though. We can play this shit, son. This shit works, son. Yo, remember when we was young, son, we used to have to take the quarters to go play shit, son. Remember that shit, son? And we used to get the quarters and all of that, card. Yo, nigga, now, nigga, we up, nigga. Like, you playing? What you playing? You jumping on here? Let's get it. Jump on, son. Ready up, nigga. We up in here, nigga. I don't know. Like, all right, we ready. Let's go. I got my nigga the hood. You know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, yo, this shit. Niggas came a long way from the Grove, though. Like, you know what I mean? Niggas came a long way from the Grove for real life, though. Like, what you? Niggas came a long way from the Grove. Why you shot me, though? That's awkward. Niggas came a long way from the Grove, though. Real word. What you doing? Yo, what's up with you, yo? Come on, son. Niggas shooting. That's what I'm saying. That's the problem with niggas in the hood. Every time niggas get a little something, niggas want to fuck it up, start shooting each other. Nigga. How you shoot niggas? I don't even know how to shoot niggas. I ain't played this game in so long. You still know how to play pool? You got a pool table? That's what you need to fuck around have. Shoot me in my back, though? That's how you giving it up? That's the vibes? That bad you want to win? You gonna shoot me in my back? Let me I think I'm winning right now. Yeah, nigga, what happened there? I don't even know how to shoot. Oh, now I know how to shoot. It's over now. Yeah. What happened there? I won. Yeah, see? Still got it, nigga. You never could beat me in this shit, man. Always had it. You think it's about killing niggas? It's not about killing niggas, man. Oh, oh, nigga shot me again. You still don't learn, and I won last time. But you don't care. Oh, nigga's the worst. Hating on my shit. Oh, you gonna kill me? Look, now you got killed. See? Like,
Stop doing that or I'm gonna block your phone. You understand? If I ignore your calls for a reason. Doesn't mean call me 60 times behind.
nigga just shooting me all up. Yeah. Oh, so I got ran over by. Yeah, we trying to run me. Try to run me down. Winner, me. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Step your shit up, son. You know what I mean? Still got it. Yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Nigga, it's a nice crib though, real life though. I fuck with it though. Who that bitch nigga right there?
Why are you looking at my packages?
I ain't look at your package.
Who's
Who this
where they
bitch
came
nigga
from?
right here? This nigga, nah, I ain't see where they came from.
Yes, you did. It was all up in my
You
package.
don't even get here because you got cornrows, nigga. What the fuck you talking about? Nigga, that's what you, I feel you. He good. He can do my shit? Well, alright. Let me go see. Yeah, I'm at Coop's penthouse, babe. They got a barber and all of that. I'm about to get my shit shaved up. Shit. My daughter wants me. What does she want? What's up, babe?
Hello?
What up, baby girl?
Mr. T he just did the part.
Huh?
He used a hot sauce bottle. He put it in a sauce bottle and
Is
had us eat it.
it's good?
It's hot.
You like you sweating right now?
I'm hot. You can't tell I'm hot.
You turning colors.
Alright, too much. I'm a light skin. Not too much on me.
That's a fact. You ain't never been
Not
more light than
too
that.
much, but I was too trying to
I can't
get
make
with
my locks longer. Yeah, you sweating your life away. What time you get off?
7. Look
Alright.
about they're real.
They are red. Damn.
He said he's gonna do five wings in 5 minutes.
Gotta do 10. 5 wings in 5 minutes is too easy. 10 is like, that's different. You gotta do 10. But he good. It's his store. I can't say.
Five, five, 5 minutes.
5 wings in 1 minute. Some shit like that. You gotta make it like that.
Well, you probably get like 5 wings in 2 minutes.
That might be good. 5 wings in 2 minutes. Yeah.
He had told me to call you making a sauce, but
Yeah. Try to see if you can get like a spoonful or something, so you can let mom taste it. I'm not tasting that stuff.
it's not. It's like it's more hot on your lips. Like it makes your lips burn.
I know that's the hottest hot sauce in America. I'm just getting. I'm at my dude, my cousin penthouse right now. We over here chilling. I'm getting my shape up and all of that. You know what I mean?
Getting a,
Yeah. You know.
what's mom doing in the background?
Mom, what you doing in the background? How I look, cuz I'm shut up. I'm straight up now. I'm chilling.
Hey, mom. Mom. See dad's face. I'm on a break right now.
Yeah, I'm about to eat dinner.
What's up?
Huh?
Hold on. Do you know this lady? The one right there in the tent.
Nah, I don't think so.
I thought she was the lady from recovery.
She might be.
I couldn't tell though. I didn't want to
I
get too
can't
close to
see
her.
through the glass really.
I don't want to go in her face with the camera
It
because
might
she
be
can
my
hear me.
auntie. Is it my auntie Colleen?
No,
I don't know if you recognize her or not. I don't know.
she's a little bit thicker,
She
right?
lived right there. Now everybody would just hang on me.
But
Yeah,
she's
she's thick. Yeah. All right, Coop, I gotta eat, cause I don't know if they're gonna time me out or whatever. Can you get off me, please? Or you gonna just not listen till you get in trouble? Okay. Let me eat this food, cause I'm gonna hit you plaque. Wait.
are you gonna try it?
Huh? Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try that shit, son.
Okay. All right. I love you.
Love you too. I am not trying that shit. You hear me? Hello?
It's good.
She parked west. He had a 2-level penthouse. Turns out the alarm went
Nah,
off.
no, I am. I'm gonna try it. I forgot it. I ain't hang up yet. All right, love you.
And we found patio doors.
I'm not trying that shit. You hear me?
And a stroller that was in front of those patio doors was moving towards the door. So he knew somebody had
I'm
been
doing
in
it to
there.
my son.
Called 911.
Let my son try.
Try what?
Okay, that's why I said I try it.
Right. Try what? Right, move to the closer to the table because you're going to spill rice everywhere. You are not trying what then? Well, what is that not trying?
Got him! Got him!
Why did you?
Got him!
The monster birds. That's right, folks. It's time to sling a rucksack over your shoulders and march to the big
That is not
finish
time.
of some sort of like, because we're back. Disaster zone.
Certainly are.
That's
So
not
this
not
one
right.
came hot off the heels of the previous one, which was
Scorching on.
there's a lot of hot stuff in this movie. Literal hot stuff.
There's very literal hot stuff. I'd forgotten this one exists.
Yeah, I know, right?
Why? Because
It's very monstery.
it features Mothra, Rodan, King Ghidorah, which are like three of the most.
Jesus, God. Dad, you said it's a moment of silence.
Yes.
Moment.
Yes.
Moment
Yes, I know what that means. I know what that means.
of silence.
Huh? Huh?
Are you in your egg roll or no?
Got me fucking nuts. Listen again.
Hello? Hello?
Huh?
Are you in your egg roll or no?
Like to sit down. Leave me alone.
It's in there.
Can you stop?
I didn't.
You want out the bed?
So
My rocket leg.
Well, you got to study broccoli with me.
What?
I got a large to go with my rice. Broccoli.
Here.
Steamed broccoli?
Put it. Put it on there. Put it.
Can I have some broccoli?
Hell no!
Can I have some steamed broccoli? That's a lot of broccoli. I want, steamed broccoli. Mom, do you like steamed broccoli? Great.
Been a great year for WWE in general, but especially for its premium live events, the biggest of which have undergone a major upswing in quality. But unfortunately, this improvement wasn't always extended to the B shows. Hello there, my very good friends. I'm Andy from What Culture, and here are 10 things WWE wants you to forget about 2023. Number 10. B stands for boring. Would you be entirely surprised that 2023's B-level PLEs haven't hit quite as hard as their bigger brothers? They are B-level PLEs after all, but considering the great job WWE did with Backlash, for example, in Puerto Rico, it was disappointing to see some of the other smaller brands falling short. The payback in Fast Fastlane 1-2 punch combo didn't rock anybody. The show's acted as confirmation that a certain Vince McMahon tradition is continuing under Triple H. That being the fabled summer slump between SummerSlam and Survivor Series. Even Money in the Bank, which somehow contrived to promote a merely okay Gunther match, was rescued by the white-hot last 10 minutes of the Bloodline headliner. So if there's room for improvement on WWE shows in 2024, it is definitely amongst the smaller PLEs. And to be fair, they're off to a really good start in sending Elimination Chamber down under and announcing Bash in Berlin. Number 9, the launch of the World Heavyweight title. Triple H had a right to feel smug and defiant after WrestleMania 39, but he laid an egg in announcing the World Heavyweight title back in April. Papa Paul claims that while the undisputed Universal Championship situation was good for Roman Reigns, it wasn't necessarily good for WWE. The implication was that nobody was good enough to beat Roman, so these other guys need something to fight over. So, from day one, you were to receive this belt as a secondary consideration, which was always going to be the case to a degree, but the verbiage made matters a lot worse. And in order to get that big old logo front and center, WWE didn't even score the easy tap-in of bringing back a classic design like the big gold belt. The new design was ugly, like somebody had taken a big embossed dump on an elegant design, which hardly helped matters either. Number 8, the World Heavyweight title in general. Even less ideal than the way the WHT was launched was the idea of a prominent title defended regularly in matches that shot for greatness, existing at the same time as Gunther's wonderful reign as Intercontinental Champion. You simply cannot try to promote something as a workhorse belt when you've already got a better version sitting over here, which is a big part of why Seth Rollins' run has kind of flopped. Now, Rollins has hardly worked bad matches this year, but none of his World Heavyweight title defenses are going to trouble many Match of the Year lists, and his resume was absolutely smoked by Gunther, who is unquestionably the stronger champion on Raw. This, coupled with Rollins' transformation back into an earnest workhorse type, was a regression back to 2019. The reign did absolutely nothing to turn around the perception that the World Heavyweight title was a consolation prize, leaving WWE with a rebuilding job on a belt that is really far too young to need one. Number 7. SummerSlam. A disappointing show with a supremely disappointing main event, SummerSlam 2023 was an event to forget for WWE in a year of largely fantastic stadium offerings. Seth Rollins vs Finn Balor and Cody Rhodes vs Brock Lesnar were good to great, but were rematches from other smaller shows, lending the show a familiar feel. Elsewhere, Ronda Rousey vs Shayna Baszler was a flop of an MMA rules bout and a poor idea for the setting, worked in a boring version of a style that WWE fans just don't really care about. Gunther vs Drew McIntyre was good, and both guys rule, but it probably isn't even cracking Gunther's top 5 for the year. And the main event was almost a parody of the Roman Reigns format. A whole load of absolutely nothing for 25 whole minutes before the obligatory shenanigans kicked in. It saw Jimmy Uso turn on his brother. It felt for a while like the cherished Bloodline saga had gone the way of the NWO in 1999. Number 6, the lack of a youth movement. It's a long-running point at this stage, and we are certainly much improved from the days of when bloody Goldberg could rock up and inexplicably become world champion, but the lack of a youth movement on mainline WWE television, not NXT, remains a little worrying. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes are both 38. The former might not even return to a full-time role. Seth Rollins is only 37, but has pretty much done it all. LA Knight is extremely over, but he is also 41. So is Damian Priest, whose Judgment Day stablemate Finn Balor is a year older. Elsewhere, you've got Drew McIntyre at 38, and he might not even be there next year, depending on what happens with his contract. Might already be resolved by the time this video goes out. Sheamus is 45, Bob Lashley is 47, and AJ Styles is 46. Younger names like Dominic Mysterio and Solo Sikoa simply haven't done enough yet to justify the idea that they have what it takes to headline constantly. So while WWE is popping bottles in the present, they really need to hope some of those NXT prospects do catch on Raw.
The night before Christmas. Are you ready for Christmas? Did you give me what I wanted for Christmas? But find out on Christmas. But last year's Christmas was great. Right? Mm-hmm. We saw Black Adam last year. Hmm? We saw Black Adam last year. Or this year. Huh? Dad.
What?
Did we see Black on this year or last year?
We seen it that one time.
One time.
T-Dog.
That makes no sense. I go.
This is a case of Lowe versus Meyer. You all are engaged. You've known each other since you were 7 years old. But today may be the last day of this relationship, depending on what happens here in this courtroom. Am I right, Mr. Lowe?
Correct.
All right. You've brought this case. Tell us why.
I believe that she's cheating on me. She's very secretive with her cell phone. She has passcodes that she changes. I have a passcode on mine. She knows the passcode to it.
I can see it all over your face. This is really hurting you.
Yes.
Tell me about how you feel thinking that your fiance is cheating.
It kills me. I'm a stay-at-home father with our kids. She goes to work.
So you're home keeping the home, she's working, but you think that sometimes there's something else going on, that she's not being true to you.
Yes.
Okay, Ms. Meyer?
Meyer, your fiance says you're cheating on him.
That is not true. I did not cheat on him. I have not ever cheated on him. As far as my cell phone goes with the password on it, I just being petty. All he's got to do is ask to see my phone, and I'll let him see it.
And he doesn't ask, so you don't let him see it?
Nope.
Well, they say the hungry bird has to open his mouth, so...
I definitely do ask.
But you understand how you are fueling these suspicions that you're cheating on him.
I do. I'm just being petty.
Hey, so you admit that?
I admit it.
All right, well, the first step is admission, Mr. Cutler, so...
Let me make sure I got this straight. No. Let me make sure I got this straight. You all are engaged to be married, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Grandma?
Was campus shooting? Yeah, pretty good.
Married her. Excuse me. I love you.
What's up?
Huh?
Matt Riddle is a man who has been everywhere, from the UFC to indie wrestling to the WWE, but despite being through it all, it could be argued that Matt Riddle hasn't changed, and that could be argued as the reason why he faced such a dramatic downfall in his WWE career. That and other reasons we're going to talk about in today's video, so subscribe to the channel right now if you haven't already, and let's talk about Matt Riddle. As I stated in the start of this video, before even entering the world of wrestling, Matt Riddle was an MMA fighter who had multiple fights in the UFC and a fairly successful run in the UFC. Well, sort of. Let me explain. He first appeared on The Ultimate Fighter in 2008, which, to explain to a fan in wrestling terms, is essentially the UFC version of Tough Enough. He went 1-1 on The Ultimate Fighter and was given a UFC contract despite not winning the series, and he would then fight 12 times in the UFC up until 2013 with a fight record of 9-3. But not really. His record is actually 7-3 due to 2 of those fights being changed to no contest after he tested positive for marijuana in post-fight drug tests for both of those fights, with the second positive test in February 2013 leading to his release from his UFC contract. He would have one more MMA fight for Titan Fighting Championships, winning that fight and ending his MMA career at 8 wins and 3 losses. And 8 months after his last fight, it was reported that Matt Riddle was training to be a professional wrestler, and he would make his debut in February 2015 for the Monster Factory. That same year, he also won the Monster Factory World title, as well as signing for Evolve and participating in a WWE tryout. The next year, in 2016, he entered Pro Wrestling Guerrilla's battle massive Los Angeles tournament, but was eliminated in the first round. Matt Riddle would spend years as one of the top indie wrestling names and would wrestle for promotions all around the world until finally in July of 2018, it was reported that Matt Riddle had signed with the WWE, and sure enough, he would appear in the crowd at NXT TakeOver Brooklyn in August 2018. And Matt Riddle would enjoy a solid run in NXT. He would be a main event to upper mid-card guy and would be a part of big matches like in War Games and being on Team NXT at Survivor Series 2019. But Matt Riddle never had won a singles title in NXT. In fact, his NXT run is probably most known for his tag team run with Pete Dunne, what they were known as the Broserweights. The Broserweights entered and won the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic in 2020, which earned them a shot for the NXT tag titles, which they won at NXT TakeOver Portland 2020 in February. However, shortly after winning the titles, COVID would strike and Pete Dunne would not be able to travel to NXT. Matt Riddle would defend the titles alongside Timothy Thatcher as the substitute partner, but they would lose the titles on the May 13th, 2020 NXT to Imperium when Timothy Thatcher walked out on Matt Riddle. This would result in a fight pit match 2 weeks later, which Thatcher won and was Riddle's last NXT match as he was called up to the main roster to the SmackDown brand in the summer of 2020. He quickly got into a feud with AJ Styles for the IC title but would fail to beat him and then would feud with Baron Corbin. And the summer of 2020 would also see Matt Riddle embroiled in controversy outside of the ring as accusations were made against Matt Riddle during the Speaking Out movement. A woman accused Riddle of choking her out and forcing oral sex on her, which Riddle would immediately deny in a video on social media and also posted a statement from his attorney to social media to accompany it. He had stated that he had an affair with the woman, but everything was consensual, and Riddle would also file a restraining order against her alleging stalking and harassment, but he withdrew the restraining order just months later. The accuser would file a lawsuit in October 2020 against Riddle, the WWE, and Evolve president Gabe Sapolsky. WWE and Gabe were both dismissed as defendants in March 2021, and then the entire suit was dropped altogether in July, and everyone sort of just forgot about it all. Matt Riddle would continue to wrestle actively in the WWE whilst all this was going on, and despite the controversy, was finding more success in the company. He was drafted to Raw in October of 2020, and his ring name was renamed to simply just Riddle, and months later he would win the US title at the 2021 Elimination Chamber, his first singles title win, which would end up being a short-lived title reign, and he would drop the title to Sheamus at WrestleMania. And shortly after losing the title, Riddle would begin a storyline with Randy Orton, with Riddle wanting to team with Orton, but Randy not being interested. However, after beating Orton in a match, he would agree, and RK Bro were formed. At SummerSlam that year, RK Bro would win the Raw Tag Team titles from AJ Styles and Omos, and begin actively defending and appearing with the titles on TV. RK Bro were a big hit in WWE, with all the titles for 142 days before losing them to the Alpha Academy in January, but they would win the titles back in March. They would defend them at WrestleMania that year, and then would enter into a feud with the Bloodline, more specifically the Usos, and they were looking to unify the tag titles. This unification match would sure enough happen on the May 20th, 2022 edition of SmackDown, with the Usos coming out on top and ending Matt Riddle and Randy Orton's reign at 74 days this time. Randy Orton would be sidelined with a long-term injury not too long after, and Matt Riddle would be left to his own devices once again and would have to compete as a single star once again. Riddle would continue his feud with the Bloodline and even get a world title shot against Roman, which he of course lost. Riddle would then feud with Rollins during the summer, losing to him at Clash at the Castle, but beating him inside the fight pit at Extreme Rules. And on the December 13th, 2022 episode of Raw, Matt Riddle was written off TV after he was attacked by Solo Sikoa. And the reason for him being written off TV was because it was reported that Matt Riddle had been suspended for 60 days due to taking drugs. And a 6-day suspension means this is a second offence, which suggests somewhere along the line Riddle was suspended and it wasn't publicly announced. Along with this, Riddle would be sent to rehab, and he would post to Twitter in light of the news stating, "I've been working a lot on myself lately and have been saying no and setting boundaries for the first time ever, and certain people aren't happy about it, but I couldn't be healthier or happier. Thank you for all the support." and he would also update fans with photos whilst he was away. He would return in April of 2023 and resume his feud with the Bloodline as himself, Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens would face the Bloodline minus Roman at Backlash in a losing effort. Riddle would also start to feud with his ex-NXT rival Gunther for his IC title, but would be beat at Money in the Bank in a surprisingly short match. And following this, Matt Riddle would really start treading water in the company, and his appearances were becoming more sporadic, and he was appearing on TV less, and eventually on September 22nd, he announced he was no longer with the company and had been let go. And this was probably due to controversy Riddle had found himself in not too long before this. On the 11th of September 2022, in a quickly deleted Instagram post, Riddle claimed he was sexually assaulted by TSA at JFK Airport in New York, sparking an investigation. However, 2 weeks later, and a week after Matt Riddle's WWE departure, a video obtained by TMZ showed Matt Riddle at JFK Airport with TSA and disproved the claims, as well as showing Matt Riddle making a loud scene with a drink in hand. Since leaving the WWE, Matt Riddle has expressed interest in an MMA return and influencer boxing, and has also been booked for various indie shows, so it seems he is continuing his wrestling career, at least for now. Matt Riddle's early downfall will mean he will always remain a big what-if question in regards to his career and how far he could have gone had his demons not got in the way.
Fly with the Concords.
I've never tried it, and I don't think I would like.
Well, we'll start you off with Figwit. He's got a song about Lord of the Rings. Don't wear the ring. You'll never be the Lord of the Ring. No one must be tempting.
See, they're not music. Man. Music is not funny.
Hooked up with her pookie high school sweetheart that scammed her, took advantage of her for a whopping $1.4 million. And it's unfortunate it took this woman almost 10 years to find out that this guy was a narcissist, a scam artist, a complete pretender that did this to her. So let's just jump into this story. So this is the unfortunate story of Teresa Jackson and her pretend doctor boyfriend turned hubby, Dorian Wilkerson. Now, Teresa, she was a fairly successful black single mother. She was doing her thing in Florida, I think around the Fort Lauderdale, Miami area, if I'm not mistaken. She had her own home. She had 2 luxury cars. She worked as a regional director in the medical field. So she was doing pretty well. Her 2 teenage daughters were almost adults. And then this savvy, silver-tongued high school sweetheart of hers, Dorian, happens to slide into not the DMs, but in her Facebook inbox back in 2014. And obviously, I always say, ladies, their type doesn't change. So this was her first love maybe in high school. And after 20 years, he just comes out of nowhere and decides to rekindle things with her. So they start dating for 2 years. He tells her that he's a successful doctor. He's an epidemiologist working at Emory Hospital, a PhD, also with the CDC. He's doing his thing. So he's definitely making some big money. So she's hearing all this. She's like, okay, this.
Turn the water down a little bit.
It's too cold. Why is it so cold? Turn the heat up. 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 Turn up the heat. Turn up the heat. Why it's so cold?
We just take the garbage out there.
Someone tracking your phone right now.
Oh my God, it's so cold.
We had to make 2 trips.
Yep, we're gonna take the boxes too.
Gotta make one more trip.
What?
Jesus!
I already got my portion yet. Dad,
Got you.
did you get your portion?
Yes.
What is it?
Jesus!
I'm exhausted.
Are you exhausted from taking 2 trips?
Yep. That's all these people want from me.
What was that say? My fortune?
Oh, snap!
What?
North Carolina owes me $347.
Drink.
Okay, I see you, Mom. What do they owe you?
They already put on a check or they waiting to pay you?
It says that the police inform you that the UPD has identified money in our database that belongs to you. Our records indicate that we're holding $347.46 that belongs to you. No action is required on your part to receive these funds. After a required holding period of 7 weeks from the date of the letter, a check will be mailed to you at the address listed above. So 7 weeks from the date of this letter. This was November 28th.
Okay.
So 7 weeks would
Make
be
sure.
January. Blowers have frequently asked questions about the unclaimed property division and special effort. What is unclaimed? It's such as uncashed checks, forgotten bank accounts, utility deposits, life insurance policies, stocks, bonds, and other funds that may have been abandoned and no owner can be found. How did the Department of State Treasury get money? The funds were turned over to our office by a company that did business with you at one point in time. When that company could no longer contact you by law, they were required to send the money to State Treasurer for safekeeping. Okay.
What?
Mama? Mama?
All right.
So when are you getting your money?
How you worry about her money though, yo?
Cause my mom.
What they gotta do with her money though?
That works for me. I thought they was trying to bother me about something else.
Mom, when are you getting your money? Huh?
What you worried about my money for?
Mom, have you watched Squid Game? Huh?
What you worried about my money for?
Have you watched Squid Game?
I buy you none. It's my money. It's my hard-earned, worked money.
Okay. No. Have
Don't give it to him.
Have you watched?
Don't give it to him.
I worked hard for this money.
Okay, I understand.
Don't give him the money.
Have you watched Squid
Don't
Game?
give him the money.
Me and Dad watched it.
Wait, are you talking about the one where they compete?
The new episode comes out tonight.
Are you talking about where they compete?
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the normal show. The normal show.
There's a movie and then there's a TV show.
Have you watched the movie?
No, me and Dad watched the TV show.
No, did you see the part where they like have those sugar cookies and they try to carve it apart?
Mm-hmm.
Can you make one of those so we can try? And we can get an Orbeez on this.
Okay, we gotta get the ingredients.
Life happens wherever you are, whether you make it or not.
This was what Iroh from the TV show The Last Airbender said to his nephew, Prince Zuko, when he was dreading having to make a new life in a city that he didn't feel like he belonged to. Personally, this is one of my favorite pieces of wisdom among the many that Uncle Iroh shares throughout the show. Advice that, when put in full context of his character, can teach us a great lot about how to deal with grief and pain. To use this suffering to uplift us and not to do the opposite. But to really understand this.
Mom, can I see my fortune?
Yes.
Where do I put it?
You're not listening.
What's up?
Try it.
What are you doing? I love you.
What's that $5 thing in your pocket?
The fakest $5 I've ever seen.
Where did you get this from?
It was on one of the seats on the bus.
It's school money, it says.
I think it was on my friend's seat.
Do you use it?
Huh?
You guys use that in school?
No, I think it was my friend's money because it was Black Friday. Should I give it to him? Yeah, I'll give it to him. Tomorrow! What is that? Can you keep it in mind?
Pass me the brown cover.
No, I'm not going to remember.
Pass me the brown blanket.
Huh?
I'm not going to remember it tonight, so just put it in your book bag.
Pass me the brown blanket.
So, what's that?
Have your keys.
See, my keys over.
Because is that what I'm trying to drive my car? I'm tearing the one up.
Nobody wins when the family feud.
I tore the one side off and then I tore the other side.
Mommy, can I come with you?
No, just wanted to get so you can get your butt in the shower.
Pass me the brown cover, please.
Oh my God, it's not that damn cold. Now you're just being dramatic.
You
You didn't even eat your food.
Please pass me the brown cover, please.
Stop being so dramatic.
Can you pass me the brown cover, please?
You're supposed to be picking your daughter up from work.
All right.
How about you?
Lil Peep is definitely one of the most well-known rappers to ever come out of the SoundCloud wave. He's known around the globe for his otherworldly vocals alongside his genre-defining music. But despite his music being so well-known, his life story is less so. And yes, I do know there's a documentary made about his supposed life story, but that was heavily biased, so we can't really take that as concrete fact. But luckily for us, a dedicated group of Peep's fans have come together to research some of the more obscure facts about his life, including a couple issues that he had with other rappers during his time on this earth. Now, this video is not made to paint him in a bad light or tear down his legacy or anything like that. It's just here to shine a light on a little bit more lesser known facts about Pete. So without further ado, let's...
Are you still cold?
No.
The many beefs of Lil Peep. Now, the first of these beefs is the most well-known of them all, and that's the issues that Lil Peep had with Ski Mask and Slum God. Now, for context, Lil Tracy, XXXTentacion, and Ski Mask and Slum God all were friends in 2016, even performing a couple shows together before Tracy ever linked up with Lil Peep. And it was because of this that Ski Mask and Slum God would go visit Lil Tracy after X got locked up. At the time, Peep had a house in LA where he was living with a couple other members of the Goth Boy clique, including Lil Tracy. So when Ski Mask came to see Lil Tracy, he would also meet up with the rest of the Goth Boy clique. It seems like Lil Peep, Tracy, and Ski were all getting along well because they made a track called New World Order that they would then post on SoundCloud later that night. But things took a bad turn after Ski Mask left the house for a little bit to go hang out with some friends, and when he came back, some of his clothes were actually missing out of his bag, and this is because Young Goth actually decided to steal a couple of them. But Ski didn't initially notice this. He only noticed this after he left the house and got on the plane and decided to tweet about the situation soon after, telling people that he wanted to beat the ass of whoever took his stuff, directing a lot of his anger towards Lil Peep because he was the owner of the house and he thought that he was the one responsible for taking his stuff. And things didn't end there either because soon after, Ski would post a video of himself on Instagram dissing Lil Peep even further, holding absolutely nothing back. He called Peep a junkie, said he snorted heroin and ketamine, said he humped his friends, and also said he would never work with him again, but he would stay friends with Lil Tracy.
Okay, nigga. It's okay, though. It's okay. Y'all broke ass nigga, and you a better fuck ass boy. I fuck with Tracy, though. Shout out to Tracy, shout out to Trey. Fuck the rest of them niggas. They some D's. I ain't going to this shit myself. I ain't going to jail. Fuck them niggas. Fuck ass boys. Fuck ass. Fuck Lil Peep. You trash. Lil Peep, tell them how y'all hump each other. Tell them how y'all hump each other and say y'all playing. Tell them how y'all sniff ketamine. Tell them how y'all sniff ketamine and do heroin.
He even doubled down on that by taking Peep's name off of the song they made together. Peep never responded to this, and the beef went cold until January 23rd of 2017, when Ski and Peep randomly went live in a studio together. Yes, that's right. In early 2017, Lil Peep and Ski Mask and Slum God actually went live together in the studio. Now, this live stream has been lost to history, so we don't really know what happened during it, but we do have this one picture to confirm it did happen. Despite not having a whole lot of context around the situation, we can probably confirm that they must have been on somewhat good terms or they wouldn't be taking pictures and going live together. And you would think that'd be the end of the issues the two had with each other, but in late 2017, Peep randomly decided to tweet about Ski Mask saying that he called him the F-slur. Ski Mask then responded saying he was Jamaican and raised different. And the beef basically ended right there because soon after Peep passed away, and after that, Ski Mask never really had anything else bad to say about Peep, calling him a legend in interviews after that point.
Lil Peep was been special. Lil Peep been special. I knew Lil Peep since like I slept at Lil Peep's house. Like me and Lil Peep went through beef, like a lot of shit. Like Lil Peep has been special. Lil Peep's been fire.
And I know a lot of people would call this fake on Ski Mask's part, but at least he showed respect to Peep after he passed away. As you'll soon see, not every rapper gave Peep so much respect. And another question that many have asked is why did Peep decide to go after Ski Mask so far after their beef had already ended? Well, it seems like in the last few days of Peep's life, he was a totally different person. All the drugs that he was taking combined with the negative feelings feelings he had led him to lash out quite a bit, which once again will become a running trend throughout the rest of this video. But with that said, let's move on to the next. So now that you're aware of the issues that Ski and Peep had throughout most of Peep's life, you would also assume that Ski's best friend X would also have problems with Peep as well. And that's kind of true, but as you can see in this DJ Academics live stream, X never really had any personal problems with Peep.
Ski had beef with Lil Peep back in the day, and that's why I had never co-signed him, I never talked to him, I would never do anything with him. But we had similar friends, we knew similar people, and all I would hear was good things about him. But due to my loyalty to Ski, I would not fuck with bro.
He only really stayed away from him because of his loyalty to his brother Ski. And that's probably why X decided to hop on the remix of Falling Down after Peep's passing, because he never really had actual issues with the guy. And of course, after somebody passes away, all the problems you have with them definitely seem minute. But now the other side of things, the issues that Peep had with X are a little bit more hotly contested. Now there's two sides of the story. There's the Fishnark story and the Fat Nick story. Now Fishnark says that Peep never really liked X because of the story he told on No Jumper where he talked about beating up a gay man in prison.
The gay guy in jail. That sounds fucking crazy.
All I know is when he came out that room, the gay nigga was bleeding from out the top of his head, bro. He was just sitting there smiling at me like.
And seeing as how Peep was bisexual, he saw this as a hate crime and decided to take all of his music off of any playlist that also had X's music on it.
He explicitly rejected Triple X for his abuse of women, spent time and money getting Triple X's songs removed from his Spotify playlist, and wouldn't have co-signed that song.
On Fat Nick's side of the story, he said that Peep never really had any problems with XXXTentacion besides what the media had told him.
I talked to Gus, like Friday before he passed, in my house. We went out the next day to some fucking bar thing. We talked about X, right? Did he disagree with some shit that X did? Yeah. And we talked about it. I was like, yo, check it. Get back off tour, because it was like a week left of tour. Come down, because he wanted to go jet skiing and work on music, and we were going to go to London. And I was like, all right, cool, come down, then we'll go to fucking X's house and we'll all talk.
So being friends with both X and Pete, Fat Nick decided to set up a meeting between them in 2018, but unfortunately Pete passed away before it could ever happen. And with the bad reputation that Fat Nick has, many have decided to take Fishnark's side of the story as the true story, but there's actually some evidence that proves that maybe Pete didn't really have any problems with X in the first place. Now the first piece of evidence I have here is Lil Peep actually performed at a DJ set where Look at Me was being played.
I give her Dick Shaman.
This was actually meant to be a Ski Mask show, but he couldn't make it for whatever reason, so the Goth Boy Clique decided to fill in for him. Now, I already know that people are going to say that maybe Pete wasn't aware that that was an X song, or he just played along because he didn't want to ruin the show for everyone else involved, but I do have a second piece of evidence here. This is a comment that Lil Peep left under one of Lil Tracy's live streams, and I'm not here to sway you one way or the other, and I'm sure this can be taken in any context you want, so let me know in the comments below. Are you Team Fishnark or Team Fat Nick? Next up, we got the issues between Lil Peep and Lil Tracy, and if you don't already know, I already made a video on the Ski Mask beef and the Lil Tracy beef in the past, but I now have more information about it, so I want to do a better job here. So for those of you unaware, Lil Tracy and Lil Peep made a lot of music together during 2016 and 2017, including 2 tracks called Witchblades and White Wine. These 2 songs in particular got the attention of online publications who started to call Lil Peep the future of emo rap while leaving Lil Tracy as a footnote. And of course that made Lil Tracy upset, as it would anybody, but that's not all there is to the story, because First Access Entertainment, Lil Peep's label, was actually trying to form a wedge between the two for quite a while. You see, for a time in Lil Tracy's life, he was actually homeless, and he would often stay at Lil Peep's house to try to stay out of the cold, but once Peep's label became aware of that, they actually decided to kick him back out onto the street, and Peep didn't do anything about it. And you would think that'd be enough to destroy their friendship once and for all, but the straw that broke the camel's back was actually when Peep went on a European tour without Tracy and performed Witchblades to a huge audience. And when Tracy saw that, that was the end of their friendship once and for all. Now, at first, Tracy didn't really say anything publicly about the situation, but in DMs, he was going after Peep, saying he was actually going to beat his ass. However, despite that, the two still performed together in the Peep Show tour during May of that year. The final time the two did a show together was at a SoundCloud promo event where Lil Peep came out as a special guest and performed 2 songs with Lil Tracy. Seems like by August of 2017 some more friction was building, but despite that they still appeared together to record the Awful Things music video. After that things went quiet for about a month besides this one video of Lil Tracy and Lil Raven laughing at something that Lil Peep posted online.
I thought they was always been mobile glass shop.
to make another one on page. Oh, page. Like Dale Earnhardt Jr.'s son.
That silence didn't last long because 1 month later, Awful Things would drop officially, and Lil Tracy went absolutely crazy. The song did chart and was doing great overall, but Lil Tracy was not happy. He started going after Goth Boy Clique members, said the song was trash, and asked to be taken off of all Lil Peep's songs. Lil Peep did attempt to wish Lil Tracy a happy birthday, but he ignored the text. And that exact same day, Lil Tracy actually went on the No Jumper podcast and spoke a little bit more on the split.
Yeah. So let's just throw this out there. When did things start to go wrong between the Lil Peep / Lil Tracy best friends forever relationship that you guys had for a while?
Well, I would say when it's just like me, I just can't be like a shadow.
He really dissed Lil Peep in this interview. He just said he didn't want to be in his shadow anymore and he wasn't going to work with him in the future. A few days after that, Lil Peep was spotted at a meet and greet where a fan asked about Lil Tracy, and Lil Peep said that Lil Tracy needed to get a life.
Yeah, tell Tracy to get a passport.
Tell Tracy to get a life.
After that, the two stopped talking about each other and stopped talking to each other in any form, but it seems like Lil Tracy actually had a bit of a change of heart because he did try to go see Lil Peep on the Come Over When You're Sober tour. Despite that though, once again, First Access Entertainment would not let him go, so he was never able to see his brother again before he passed away. And of course, after Peep's passing, Tracy was completely heartbroken, seen distraught, singing at his show and crying along to Peep's lyrics. And of course, he also went crazy on a bunch of other people on Instagram, but that's a whole nother video for another day. After the dust settled, Tracy heavily regretted the beef with Peep, and he even dedicated 2 of his future albums to Peep, as well as singing about him in many of his songs. Because of course, at the end of the day, the two of them were brothers, and no beef could ever tear them apart. Next up, we got the beef that Peep had with Black Bear, and a big shout out to Too Busy Balling for helping me on this video. He helped me get a lot of information, but despite that, we weren't able to totally agree on this topic. Mostly because a lot of the information about this beef came out after Peep passed away, so we don't know exactly when it started because a lot of it was just in DMs. It seems like this beef is either over Peep being mad at Black Bear for stealing his style, or the two of them beefing over a girl. Since Peep has passed away, we only really have Black Bear's version of the story, so that's the only version I can tell. So Bear claims that Peep used to be a big fan of him back in 2015, even asking him to do a song, but he never ended up responding to Peep.
He's like, I don't know who you are, blah, blah.
Wait, get my toothpick off my thing.
He claims that he only became aware of Peep in 2017 when Peep started to date Bella Thorne, who was Black Bear's on-again, off-again girlfriend.
And it was all because I unfollowed the girl that he's seen that I was seeing on and off for like 6 years.
He clearly got under Black Bear's skin, but he didn't really say anything on the topic until late 2017 when people post a picture of him and his then girlfriend, not Bella Thorne, a different girl, and then Black Bear would comment unfollow. It's pretty clear that Peep was really pissed off about this situation because he would then message Black Bear claiming he was going to beat his ass before then making the messages public and claiming that Black Bear was homophobic. He then followed it up with a couple Instagram posts claiming that Black Bear actually stole his style. This is where the timeline gets a little bit confused because Lil Peep's song Liar is apparently a diss track aimed at Black Bear, and apparently a music video for this song was actually being filmed as far back as 2016, so it's kind of hard to say really when this broke out. But what we do know is the public Twitter and Instagram beef that broke out between the two happened in the final few days of Peep's life, once again proving that Peep probably wasn't himself in those final few days. And if that's all there was to the beef, we probably wouldn't even be talking about it right now because it wasn't that big of a deal, but it's what happened after Peep's passing that actually made this a whole lot worse because Bear actually decided to continue to diss Peep after his passing. Because soon after the fact, Bear actually appeared in an interview where he just randomly brought up Lil Peep. He wasn't even asked a question about him or anything, where he then attempted to flip the script on Peep, saying that he was actually a copycat of Black Bear.
Still a little disrespectful, man, that he would come to me acting like he didn't know who I was when he hit me like, hey, 2015,
sure.
16.
But with him gone now?
And then I shaved my head a week later. He shaved his head. I dyed my hair pink. He dyed his hair pink a week later. I break up with Bella Thorne. He's with Bella Thorne the next week.
And this interview was so poorly received by Peep fans that it actually ended up getting taken down. And unfortunately, he wasn't the only person to diss Peep after he passed away. Now, the rest of these beefs, there's not a whole lot of information about them, so I'm sorry if I get anything wrong. We tried to find everything we could on the subject and get it completely correct, but if there's anything wrong, feel free to point it out in the comments below. So what we have is It's Okay to Cry. Cry was a big fan of Peep in 2015, and the two eventually were able to connect through their mutual connections to Young Goth, appearing together in a group called Heartbreak Club. Eventually even ended up moving into a house together where they made music, dropping 4 whole songs, but it all came to an end suddenly when Peep and Goth would move to LA in the middle of the night without telling It's Okay to Cry. There's some speculation that this actually happened because Young Goth and It's Okay to Cry had issues, and then Goth convinced Peep to just move out of the blue without telling anybody that it was going to happen. Either way, this put Cry in a really bad situation, and he wasn't able to pay his rent, leading him to become become homeless for a couple months afterwards. Fry then tweeted about the situation, dissing both Goth and Peep, and it's uncertain if the two ever ended up making up before his death. Next up we got Lil Xan, and this is a pretty stupid one where Lil Peep decided to tweet out that he pooped out Lil Xan, as well as saying that he was Big Xan. This was probably just a joke, but it's also possible that Peep was a little bit jealous of Lil Xan having his breakout song Betrayed when Lil Peep was actually grinding for years and Lil Xan was only doing music for about 6 months. That's just speculation though, because the tweet came out really late in Lil Peep's life, so of course nothing really came of it. Seems like maybe Xan took this seriously though, because when he made his tribute post to Peep, he actually mentioned that Peep didn't like him very much, and funnily enough, a little bit of drama came from that too, because for some reason Xan actually decided to Photoshop himself beside Peep, and a lot of his fans weren't very happy about that. Next up we got Russ, and it's kind of uncertain if this was really meant to be a diss at Peep, but after Peep's passing, he decided to wear a shirt that said, "How much Xans and lean do you have to do before you realize you're a fucking loser?" And he also tweeted this the day after Peep's passing. He basically decided to go on a big anti-drug tirade the day after Peep's passing, which I do understand what he was trying to get at, but he definitely went about it in a very stupid way. This made a lot of Lil Peep's fans as well as his friends upset, including Fat Nick, Smoke Perp, and Lil Pump, which funnily enough, those are 3 rappers that are very heavy into drugs, so maybe it wasn't so much about Lil Peep. And even Anthony Fantano came out against Russ, which kind of led to the whole narrative of Russ being a complete loser that went on in hip-hop for a couple years after this situation. But this isn't the many beefs of Russ, so let's move on. The next beef we got is Lil Peep versus Bones. So as we know, Lil Peep worked with a couple members of Sesh All the Water Boys early on in his career, as well as taking quite a bit of influence from Bones. There's supposed beef broke out when Bones tweeted something saying that corny rappers needed to stop calling themselves rock stars. Now it's not certain if this is actually aimed at Peep, but a lot of his fans thought that it was. After Peep's passing, Bones didn't really say anything about the situation, leading many of Peep's fans to think that he was actually low-key disrespecting him. Bones would then tweet a somewhat passive-aggressive tweet paying respects to Peep. Tupor also mentioned in an interview that Peep wouldn't let her listen to Bones, but who knows if that's true or just some BS she made up. There was a minor situation between Peep and Puya where the two basically ended up creating a song together that never dropped. Puya said it was a mutual decision and Peep said that it wasn't. Peep wasn't too happy about this. He tweeted at Puya a couple times and nothing really came of it. Which leads us to our final beef, Black Cray. Now this situation is more of a beef between Lil Tracy and Black Cray, but Lil Peep was drug into it. Just like Bones, Black Cray is also an inspiration to Peep and Tracy, and he also worked with Tracy and Cold Heart in the past. Created one track with Cold Heart called Emo Kid, as well as another one with Tracy called Goth Ritual. He also worked pretty closely with the Thrax House for a couple years, but once it became the Goth Boy Clique and started gaining traction, he noticed how big they were getting and accused them of ripping off his own group, Goth Money Records. And this is when Black Cray decided to drop a diss track on Lil Peep and Tracy called Banned for Life, which many fans renamed to Fuck Lil Tracy and Fuck Lil Peep. Tracy saw this, he lashed out on a live stream saying fuck Black Cray. It seems like they were able to squash things behind the scenes because in 2018 the two were back to being on good terms, and in 2023 they actually even dropped a video together on Lyrical Lemonade. It's hard to say if Black Cray and Lil Peep ever made up. Maybe Black Cray decided to drop it after Peep's passing. It's hard to say, but for now we just don't know. With that said, that is the end of the Lil Peep beefs. If there's any more, leave them in the comments below. That's just the ones I know of. I think I got pretty deep into it, and I don't think Peep had a lot of issues with people during his life, but maybe I'm
America loves a superstar. I'm Jason, 2J's James. I was a football legend. But once you reach the mountaintop of greatness, everybody wants to see you fall.
2J's just got smoked.
Damn!
You pled guilty to charges of speeding and damage to city property. I'm recommending community service with the Long Beach Recreations Department.
I thought I was getting like some Martha Stewart kind of treatment.
You too good for the community that raised you.
From the depths of the sea, back to the black I am football legend Jason 2J's Jennings, your new head coach.
Legend.
Let me get a picture with y'all real quick for Twitter. Some of y'all gonna get some girlfriends, but this right here.
Jeez.
Kareem.
Jason! I've been trying to get back in touch with you for years. I know you've been thinking about me, and I know you've been trying to get in touch with me. Is that pretty much right?
You just put a gun in my head.
Relax, Jay. The safety was on. Oh, no. It wasn't on.
What?
Whew. Imagine that.
Before we can be the best, we gotta master the fundamentals. Pretty boy, you missing pass after pass. You got on all that sweet ass swag.
The next time you come out here acting like a fake ass rapper, we gonna kick your ass off the field. Stop acting like you got an album coming out. JJ, how you liking this game?
Coach, this is a mess. I don't know what I'm doing.
Do you remember what you were like when you showed up freshman year? You were a pain in the ass.
I don't owe nobody nothing.
Sound just like me. If you really want to win a game, stop pushing away your team.
Let's go!
It was like a Black Princess lamb. Underdogs on 3, underdogs on me. 1, 2, 3.
I got your mascots right here. Big Killer and Skrilla. 2 dogs for 2 G's. I found them chained up in the back of the winter snitch.
Now this rapper right here definitely needs to be stopped pronto, and I mean it. What's going on with you today? I hope you're doing good. I want to have a little conversation about this 9-year-old rapper who doesn't really sound like a 9-year-old rapper. So that's a song called 60 Miles by a 9-year-old child by the name of Lil RT. Now if you guys don't know who Lil RT is, Lil RT is a 9-year-old boy who started going viral a couple weeks ago after he dropped a song titled 60 Miles. Now 60 Miles is about doing 60 on a freeway, so breaking the law. Towards the end of its run, The Big Bang Theory was, well, not quite as popular as it once was. I've done a whole video about my problems with The Big Bang Theory already, so I'll spare you those details. But even amongst a lot of the commenters who disagreed with some of what I had to say, a lot of people seem to agree that the show was sort of losing steam towards the end of its run. But the world was shook when CBS announced they were planning a prequel series to The Big Bang Theory named Young Sheldon. Didn't give it away already, was a deep dive into the life of Jim Parsons' breakout role as Sheldon Cooper. Some people loved the idea and some hated it. Some people just seemed kind of confused. But here's the strange thing. In a lot of ways, young Sheldon rescued The Big Bang Theory. Again, this isn't a video about what's wrong with The Big Bang Theory. You can go watch that and see where I stand on a lot of issues the show had. Still, a lot of issues people had with the show boiled down to being a typical comedy series. Is there anything wrong with being stereotypical? Jim Parsons' Mantle would beg to differ. Yeah, but the storyline of nerds living socially awkward lives and folding at the sight of attractive women just seemed a bit tired in the television realm, wouldn't you say? Sheldon, though, was a different breed of human, actually. Not only was he super smart, but he was also wildly eccentric, and that made for most of the laughs in the show. Still, many people felt that it was almost too fictional how Sheldon was shown as this on-screen oddity who just couldn't stop obsessing over roommate agreements, bathroom schedules, and relationship terms and conditions. Naturally, they thought young Sheldon was just going to be an extension of Boy Wonder's life as a misunderstood kid who said a big word here and there and made viewers laugh. Been there, done that, right? See, that's the thing though. Young Sheldon was a lot more than just a deep dive into the life of The Big Bang Theory's breakout character. It was a family-style comedy sprinkled with the right amount of drama to keep viewers engaged. And it's been that way through where we currently are in the series, Season 6. Holy hell, this show has 6 seasons already. Oh, they actually had the hindsight to ditch the laugh track. A lot of people who hated The Big Bang Theory couldn't get enough of young Sheldon. To be fair, they claimed the show not only surprised them in a way they didn't think was possible, but also managed to have them rewatch The Big Bang Theory in a whole new light. So, did young Sheldon actually manage to save and help reinterpret one of the most popular series of all time. I guess so, and here's how they did it. The Big Bang Theory's breakout character. To say that the CBS sitcom was mostly centered around Jim Parsons' character wouldn't be an exaggeration. Sure, Leonard was there to ground Sheldon, Raj's social awkwardness and Howard's antics provided comedic relief to the show, but the star at the end of the day was always Sheldon Cooper. The show thrived on Parsons' acting in a way that had people wondering, what's that wacky guy gonna do next? That obviously got a little tired towards the end of the show. In fact, since introducing female characters into the Big Bang Theory around season 4 and focusing on the love lives of all of the main characters, including Sheldon, fans felt like this show that was originally sold as more of a nerd-centric show had suddenly morphed into a rom-com. Chuck Lorre, the mastermind behind The Big Bang Theory, Young Sheldon, and an absolute ton of other sitcoms, tried to save the CBS show as best he could. Fans wanted the show to focus on Sheldon's physics career, since that was what he'd been battling about from the very first episode, and not so much on Amy. But the deed had been done. The creators had given Sheldon a new storyline, and it was hard to just write off a whole character without it breaking the integrity of the plot, if that's what they want to call it. Instead, Chuck decided to circle back to Sheldon's quest of winning a Nobel Prize when he felt like people had enough of his romantic escapades. The younger version of Sheldon is a lot different. Obviously, Chuck learned from his mistakes and also realized it was borderline creepy to give a young boy a romantic storyline for young Sheldon. You could say this was a bit of a do-over for the minds behind The Big Bang Theory, who fumbled big time trying to morph a character viewers loved so much for his oddities into a regular guy. Young Sheldon features the titular Young Sheldon, whose one and only quest is to become the biggest name in physics since Einstein or Newton. I mean, the kid has a picture of Albert Einstein hanging on his bedroom wall, and he talks to the German physicist's picture sometimes, asking for advice. And it's like not even that picture of Einstein with his tongue hanging out. And on the surface, that could be enough. Just play a laugh track in the background and slap on a sitcom title and call it a day. But the moments he talks to the poster of Albert Einstein aren't always meant to be funny. That's another difference between The Big Bang Theory and Young Sheldon. A welcome one, actually, and that's the fact that Chuck realized not everything needed to be turned into a joke. The different format. Young Sheldon isn't just about Sheldon. That might sound like a stretch considering it's in the name, but it's about the entire Cooper household and the things they go through, which, in one way or another, circles back to them having to deal with a socially inept genius. A genius who's also just a kid. It's a whole lasagna of character moments. You see, with older Sheldon getting called out for his bathroom schedules, it was funny, and honestly, the viewers thought he had it coming. But with young Sheldon dealing with the consequences of his weirdness and how they impact his family, it's not really a joke. Think about Missy, for example. She was introduced in The Big Bang Theory as the attractive, socially aware twin sister of her odd brother, and everyone laughed at the difference between the two. On Young Sheldon, however, she was the one who always had to deal with the brunt of having a brother who was so different that their parents would usually prioritize his needs over hers. It's not as gloomy as I'm making it sound, obviously. She was tough and resilient and found a way to make a name for herself besides just being Sheldon's twin sister on Young Sheldon. But you have to understand that showing Sheldon as a kid meant highlighting how his family navigated around him, and that wasn't always giggles all the time. Georgie's next. He was the twins' older brother and
Woo, yeah! Ooh, look at me in my bad self. Uh-huh.
Okay, so I remember when I first kind of seen you was, I ain't gonna lie, it was around Tata. It was around 4-1. And I'm like, oh, when I seen you kind of being around them, I'm like, oh, that's pretty dope. They got a young lady on the team, fire. But obviously everything unfolds and it turns into where we are now. Now, a week ago, I interviewed Big KVH, who I didn't even know is your cousin. Crazy. So. position where his artists are kind of going back and forth with his cousin. What position does that put him in? And he gave me his perspective on things. Now, when you see that interview, you see his perspective. He's everything he says. What are the thoughts that run through your mind?
You're not in the shower yet?
Really?
I thought this was baby from y'all. Like, why y'all got baby from
What exactly about it did you feel like was cat?
Everything.
Damn, everything.
Pretty much, yeah. That's why I had to come up here, because we're going to clear up the facts for real.
Bet, should we start from when you met them, or should we just start with
We can go from when I met them.
Let's do it. Now, I understand Tata was the one you made the first introduction with.
He tricked me and told me he had to get high. You lied! Why you lie? You said the water had to get hot. Mom said it's already hot. Get in there.
It's not exactly a secret by this point that Adult Swim greenlights some incredibly experimental shows. I mean, just look up.
Love you. Get in the shower now. You lied to me. I believed you. What did you say?
I mailed these bogus prize certificates to every stock lot in Springfield. When they show up for their free motorboats, we arrest them and beat them to the full extent of the law.
They got cold up there.
So the hook is baited.
Nice metaphor, Eddie.
Yeah, good work, Kenny.
Up and away in my beautiful motorboat. Dun, 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 dun.
We didn't enter any police raffle.
That doesn't matter. The important